For your cheapest and most reliable place to buy FC24 coins, check out mmoexp.com. Use the code WOLF at the checkout for a massive 5% off your order. Link is down in the description below. Make sure you go and check them out. And there's the right wing back as well on join the attack and overlap. And you see there my right midfielder, my Ollie Watkins, get into the box for cross. It's beautiful. That is perfect in how you play the 5-4-1. The right wing back overlapping, the right midfielder tucking inside into the box and then playing a beautiful ball across to the striker. Simple. The 5-4-1, the most meta ratty formation of the game. So you know what? Let's drop some custom tactics on it. So before we get into that, drop this video a like for me, drop a comment down below, and please hit that subscribe button to my channel. That would mean the world to me. So without any further ado, let's get into the custom tactics. Check out trustdice.wing. Link is down in the description below. Enjoy 8,000 plus crypto games, up to 20% cash back, fast withdrawal system, and a 24/7 live support. You do have popular games in the casino, and you also have a live casino if you do want to check it out. Link is down in the description below. Check them out. You can also use the sports section as well, whether it be the NBA, the Champions League, the Premier League, the Bundesliga, the NFL La Liga, anything you want. So remember to check out trustdice.win. Link is down in the description below. So you are going to want to use balanced on the defensive style. One thing I will say though, pressure on heavy touch is good and a viable option when we are using a 5 at the back, because a 5 at the back we do have a little bit more defensive solidity anyway, of course, with the fact that it is a 5 at the back. So defensively it's always solid, so it's all about getting it right offensively. So if you want to use pressure on heavy touch, you definitely can give it a go, but for me, I am using balance. The defensive width, I actually leave it at 50. I don't touch it. If any of you have seen my more recent custom tactics videos, you would have noticed I am at this moment in time using 50 width now rather than 40 and 45. Mainly to try and stop the switches of play that a lot of people are doing now. A lot of people are trying to switch the play from the left to the right. When we're on 50 width, we are a little bit more wider than when we are narrow. So it is a little bit easier to stop the switches of play. So that's why I'm using 50. Beautiful. The 50 width and the 71 depth, they're working wonders. The 50 width meaning we're not too narrow, and then the 71 depth meaning that we can press high as well. The defensive depth, you've got two options like I've said in all of my custom tactics videos recently for you guys. Option one is the option that I use, and I would definitely recommend giving this a go, especially with it being a 5 at the back. That is 71 depth. Now, if any of you don't know what 71 depth does, it does the automatic press and the automatic offside trap for you. So when your opponent first gets the ball, your team will automatically press a little bit, but at the same time, it won't drain the stamina like it would be when you're on pressure on heavy touch or press after possession loss. Also, it automatically offside traps, so your opponent is kind of like squeezed in when he gets the ball. I love it. I think it's really OP, better and broken, and it is. And you see there with the 71 depth, my opponent didn't know where to go. My back line wasn't dropping off at all. Again, beautiful. That 71 depth coming in clutch. Really putting the squeeze on our opponent. He doesn't know where to go, look. But if you're someone that isn't interested at all in the 71 depth, or you are on old gem, oh my god, what are we doing there? I would recommend 60 depth. Now, the reason I would recommend 60 and not the normal 55 that I do recommend is, like I've been saying, it is a 5 at the back. We can afford to be a little bit more aggressive with the defending. We kind of don't have to sit there a little bit deeper than we are normally. 60 depth really does work great, but I absolutely love this 71 depth at the minute. I think it's so OP. The offense, build up, play, and chance creation. Yep, I'm not even going to go into any detail on it, YouTube. Balanced and direct passing. I mean, there's no point even saying anything about it. It's what I use. I love it. By the way, let me know in the comment section down below, actually. Do you use anything else other than balanced and direct passing? Because I'm actually intrigued to see like where people's opinions lie. Because I absolutely love it, right? But do you? Do you use it? The offensive width, I do make it a little bit more narrow, so I do go down to 45. You will see what I have on with the left midfielder and the right midfielder and stuff like that. Why I do make it a little bit more narrow, because I kind of want them to make penetrating runs up to my striker. So that's why I leave it on 45 width. Players in the box, yep, you guessed it, 7. Like I say in every single video, YouTube, and I will probably say it until it doesn't work anymore. The more players that we have in the box, the more goals we are likely to score. I promise you, it's just that simple. It is that simple and that effective. 2 corners and 2 free kicks to stop us getting counter-attacked on from our own corners and free kicks. Custom tactics, tick, done. Let's get into the playing instructions. Now, the striker for me is very important in the 5-4-1. Actually, I wouldn't say the most important player, but he is very important. So, I have that striker on stay central and getting behind. You could have probably guessed that anyway before the video even started, what my striker was going to be on. It's what I use my striker on in every single formation, bar like the false 9 formation, the 4-3-3 number 5, when it's the centre forward. I just think it's so needed to stay central. I want my striker to stay in that middle area of the pitch. If you look where the players are there in the 5-4-1, I don't want my striker venturing out from that striker position, and they're getting behind. I want my striker to make runs in behind. I don't know how I could use this formation without that. So very simple, but also very OP. The left midfielder and the right midfielder, this is where you earn your money, okay, YouTube? So this is hands down the most important aspect of the 5-4-1. So the first thing you're going to want to put on is come back on defence, then cut inside, then get in behind, and then get into the box for cross. You want your left midfielder and your right midfielder, and just to show you again, my right midfielder, and that is a perfect example, look, of my left midfielder and my right midfielder again cutting inside. Ollie Watkins, again, having my left midfielder and my right midfielder cutting inside towards my striker. We kind of have a front three. And then because the left midfielder and the right midfielder are on getting to the box for cross as well, you will have all three of them attackers in the box when you have the ball. Come back on defence, cut inside, get in behind, and get into the box for cross. You want your left midfielder and your right midfielder making them penetrating runs towards the striker. That's where you want them to do the most damage on the game. It's really quite a simple fact. Imagine it like a prime Liverpool, you know, when you had Salah and Mane on the wings making runs inwards all the time. Kind of think of it like that. That's what I want my wingers to do, my left midfielder and my right midfielder to do in the 5-4-1, because if they don't, we're going to be in a whole world of trouble. They get into the box for cross. Very simple. When we have our players on getting to the box for cross, we score more goals. Already you can see my left midfielder making them penetrating runs inwards. Very much needed. It's so, honestly, YouTube, it's so simple. Having that right midfielder and the left midfielder on cut inside and get into the box for cross. We score so many goals because of it. It's not a formation that you really, it's so OP going forward as well. It's kind of a formation that will shock you with how good it is going forward as well. Now, both the central midfielders, the first thing you're going to want to put them on is cover centre, and then this is where you need to use a little bit of your own initiative. So the more defensive minded central midfielder, have that central midfielder on stay back while attacking. So for me, on my road to glory, that is Jude Bellingham in form. He is on stay back while attacking and cover centre. And then the more attack minded central midfielder, so for me, my Musiala, he is then on balanced attack and cover centre. So the left central midfielder will get forward ever so slightly, and they will create opportunities, try and score some goals, things like that. Quite effective really in the way that they play. And you see here my Musiala, because my more attack-minded central midfielder is on balanced attack, he will get forward a little bit. Whereas the right central midfielder will play kind of like a CDM really. They won't venture too far forward. They'll kind of stay in that middle of the pitch and patrol the back four, protect the back three, should I say. Give the ball to the better players. Pretty simple. There's my Jude Bellingham, my CDM, well, my right centre mid, on stay back while attacking and covering the centre of the pitch. The right wing back and the left wing back. And you see I do have an attacker as one of the wing backs. You can do that in the 5-4-1 because defensive stats anyway on this game don't really mean a whole lot of good anyway. So join the attack and overlap on both my right wing back and my left wing back. So left wing back as well, join the attack and overlap. What will happen is, as the left midfielder and the right midfielder make them penetrating runs inwards towards the striker, the two wing backs, the left wing back and the right wing back, will then make penetrating runs outwards. So they will overlap the right midfielder and the left midfielder. So we still have width when we're playing this formation. It's actually really effective and OP when you think about it. And you see here, Kolo Muani, my right wing back, because he's on join the attack and overlap, he's making the penetrating runs on the outside. And did you see where my right midfielder was there? He was kind of inwards towards my striker. And beautiful. And there you see the left wing back on join the attack and overlap as well. The left wing back and the right wing back will attack the byline, whereas the right midfielder and the left midfielder, again like there, look, all three of my centre backs I don't touch, so they're just on default settings, stay back while attacking, normal interceptions and stick to position. My goalkeeper, last but not least, is then on comes for crosses and sweeper keeper. And that right there is my brand new updated 5-4-1 custom tactics video for you guys. If you did enjoy this video, please drop it a like for me, drop a comment down below, and if you can hit that subscribe button to my channel, that would mean the world to me. Thank you for watching. Remember, spread the love and positivity. PMA, positive mental attitude. Peace out. One love.